Hello everyone, welcome back. This episode here, this is my truck here, 2004, 2005 Dodge Dakota, 4-door, V8, um, 4.7 liter. So anyways, I'm about to do a road trip here, and I got a lot of things going on here. I'm getting multiple misfires. So some of these coils have all but one are original, I believe. So it's been going on for a couple of years. I get the code for it. I guess I could find out the code for you. I'm going to cut in and out. So what I want to do here is basically, this is an automotive episode. I'm going to go ahead and replace the spark plugs and the coils, all of them, because I'm getting multiple misfires, but not any in particular. So I'm just going to go ahead and change all of them. It's been going on for about 3 years now, and so I'm going to do that. And then the main problem is the transmission. So I did get a solenoid here. So if you see, this is I got this from Matco. Probably you've seen something from my previous episode when I was fixing the Nissan Quest. Well, here is the let me see, sensor line pressure transduce. So whatever this is, it's for the transmission. And I got a couple of other things, since I'm going to be changing out the solenoid here, or whatever this is. I'm going to have to open up the transmission pan and everything. So here's some other stuff. Here's the coils here in particular. There's the coils. And then what else did I get? Oh yeah, the filter. I got the filter with the gasket. And then apparently they gave me this as well, which is another filter for the transmission here. And then oh yeah, I got this doing a lot of research. Here's the drain plug that I'm going to install into the transmission, and that way, since this is the first time I'm ever doing a transmission change on it, because I'm replacing the sensor, or the solenoid, I might as well go ahead and put a drain plug in, so if I do change the transmission, it's so much easier to do it that way when it's drained and then take it apart. So there's that. And oh my goodness, a lot of transmission fluids. Just get the cheap stuff. I'm just trying to make the car last longer. I'm not trying to do high performance stuff or anything. I got some oil. I'm gonna do oil change some here, and I got some radiator fluid, antifreeze coolant. Basically coolant to, I'm going to change coolant out. I'm planning on to go to, of course, there's my Harbor Freight tools here. Here's my trailer I put into the garage. I haven't used it, it was winter, but I'm going to have to get some mulch, so it'd be nice to use this for mulch. My jack stands, and then of course the jack as well. So I'm gonna be using all these, and of course, let's see here, and I'll go over the code. Probably gonna go ahead and use this for the code reader, but also I'll be using. Here's my compressor. It's still here, so here it is. Anyways, a lot of tools, a lot of fun things to do. I'll try to, well, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and run the code on this and see what comes out. Okay. Sorry if this is so boring. I'm going to cut this in multiple parts, but at least you'll get it. So, and let me cut out, and I'll just cut right back in. Hold on. Alright, I'm cutting back in, and I'm just going to go ahead and just do it. So let's see how many are on. Codes found, 3 codes found. Okay. Let's just read the codes here. Okay. So there's a random misfire, and random multiple cylinder misfire. So been going on for 3 years. It doesn't tell me which one. This happened before, and that was almost 4 years ago, and I only replaced one. It gave me one that just told me which one. But I'm going to go ahead and replace all of them because I don't know which one it is. And so what's the other one? Here you go. This is the other one, transmission control. And so I've noticed that it's been, sometimes when I'm driving, it'll get stuck in 3rd gear. And sometimes to get out of it, I have to turn the car off and turn the car back on, and it'll start again. But I'm going on a very long road trip from Texas to California and back to Texas, and somewhat Bitcoin related. Dropping the kids off to my mom, and then from California I'm flying over to Canada. I'm trying to build a gateway into Canada and Canada to the US. So anyways, here's the codes here, and if you look them up, this is for my Doge Dakota. It turns out to be that little solenoid I need to replace. Might as well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to replace the transmission fluid, put a drain plug into the transmission pan, and then for this, I'm going to go ahead and change out all the spark plugs and the coils for it, and so hopefully that'll remedy that. And then I can just I'm going to do an oil change, coolant change, of course transmission change, transmission fluid change, and then top off any other fluids that I need to do, and then I'll be driving all the way there. And by the way, this is how many miles I have on the car. If you can see that, I have over 200,000 miles. This car's almost a little bit over 10, just about 10 years old now, and I've driven this car a lot, quite a bit. So anyways, so that's what the codes came up, and that's what I'm going to try to remedy. So I'm going to cut out here, and I'm going to cut back in, and let's see how it goes. Alright, I'm cutting back in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the spark plugs. Hopefully it'll be really quick and easy to get these done first, get that out of the way, and then I'm going to work on the drain pan, work on the harder stuff later, all the stuff I need to work on underneath. So I think I need to remove this to get to this particular spark plug. You can't quite see it, sorry about that. So let me see here. So there is a spark plug right under here. Let me see here if I can get a flashlight here real quick. Anyways, looks like the flashlight's dead. Anyway, there's a spark plug right here, and that's what I'm going to try to get to, but I have to remove this, so I'm going to do that, and I'll cut out and cut back in. Alright everyone, welcome back. Here it is right here. Just remove these two from here and here, and comes out. Remove this, which isn't too hard. Just simply unscrew these two, and then they just come out kind of like this. So anyways, I think I can get to it with a ratchet, but you'll see it that it's right there. But man, the screws for these are a little hard to get to. Like, these are easy to get to. If I could, here. Yeah, so you can see the screws here. There's an access to get here, but the other part is really hard to get to. It's like right there, and this is right above it. So I might use a little ratchet to get to it. And same thing for this. This goes over here, and then you'll see that there's a little, like right there. This thing right. You see it right here, right in that crevice. There we go. There's that piece right there. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get to it. A ratcheting wrench should do it. So let me get passed all that, and at least I'll be able to change out the spark plugs and the coils here. That should be real quick. And then transmission, that's another challenge. Alright, I'm going to cut out and cut back in. Okay everyone, welcome back. Here is coil, the old one. Here's the new one. Pulled it out from, and then you can actually even see the spark plug. Helps to pull this out, and then you can pull the rest. You can just pop it out, the coil, and then exposes the spark plug. Gonna change spark plugs out too. Just got some, whatever works. It's not a big deal for me. I'm just gonna drive until this car dies. So, not a high performance vehicle. It just needs to get me from A to B. That's it. And so here's one. I haven't gotten this one out yet. I've gotten the easy ones out. I'll do those. I wanted to make room for me to undo this. That's why I took this one out. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do here now. Let's get to this last screw, which is this thing right here. Alright, so I'll be cutting in and cutting out again. Hello everyone, I'm back, and so this is my ratcheting wrench here, and I'm getting to it, and I found out that if you take this here, these can move. You just have to unsnap and then just put them back like this, like that. They snap out. So just gotta open them up, and you can move these. They help you pull out the coil, but this thing is still in the way, so it doesn't. You can't put any. You just can't get to the nut. So this is. I like to try to keep everything in place as much as possible. There is a screw bolt right here that you could try to remove this, but I think this is just for convenience to keep everything in place. So that's how I'm going to get this out and move this out of the way, these two, so I can pull this out. I'll probably do the same thing for here, move this out of the way so I can pull this coil out. So hopefully that helped you guys. I'll cut out and cut back in. Alright, I don't have cutting back in, but I want to show you that I don't have a magnetic socket for the spark plug, so I'm just gonna have to improvise, and I got the magnetic nut setters here, and I'm just improvising. So here's the old one. Man, looks like this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this thing looks like it's gotten quite a bit of use, and then some. So it's been a while since I've changed the spark plugs on these, so I guess we'll just replace them. Wow. Anyways, so I'll put this one in using the same way. I'll see if I can do that at all, and just be able to wiggle it in here. Let's see if I can do it without dropping this whole thing in here. Okay, there it is. I guess putting it in is a little bit more harder than taking it out. I'll just have to figure something out. I might just drop it in. Anyways, that's the way to get it out. I gotta figure out how to get it in. I'll figure it out. Anyways, let me cut out and cut back in. Alright, I'm back here. I'm cutting in, and I'll show you what I've done here. So basically I've gotten all the coils in. They just have to be bolted on. I plugged it in, put the spark plugs in. So let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna bolt this in, then I'm gonna do the other sides here, and then bolt those back in and put everything back together, and that should be it as far as replacing coils and the spark plugs here. This is probably one of the easier things to do. So anyways, getting back here is a little challenging. There's not a lot of space here. Other than that, it's pretty easy. So I'll cut out and cut back in. Hey everyone, I'm cutting back in, and I had one of these, as I was putting these nuts back on, the coils, I noticed one was really wasn't turning, and I didn't want to take a chance on stripping the screws. So I used my tap and die set here and just cleaned it out. This is not it. I already put it on, but if I have any more issues, I'll just go ahead and this one's going on without any problems whatsoever. Good. I was just trying to tighten them on with my hand, and I noticed one wouldn't just tighten. So I just, cleaned it out just a little bit, just to rethread, and I put it back on, and it works great now. I could tighten it by hand. Now I'm gonna, of course, use a socket to really tighten it. So tap and die set, anvil, man, all this stuff is paying for itself. Anyways, I'll cut out and I'll cut back in. Alright, I'm cutting back in, and you can see right here, I'm not able to pull this out, because if I pull this up, it hits here. It hits right here, of course, and then on top of that, the screw that holds this in, like this thing right here, is it's not clearing, as you can see. So I got to remove this piece right here, and then I should be able to get to it. Okay, as you see, I removed this piece. Here it is, coming out. So I should be able to lift this up and just simply pull this out. That makes it a lot easier to get to. Boy, that thing was dirty. So there you go. And now I can proceed on this side and take the sparks out and be able to replace them. And hopefully I'll get this done really quick. Alright, cutting out and coming back in. Alright everyone, welcome back. Finally got those spark plugs done, as you can see here. All of them in here. Here. This side you can't quite see, but got them in here as well. Here they are. Got this back. Use some compressed air just to blow some other dust and everything. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try it out. Basically, my 300 and some odd mechanics piece there. Wow, I used quite a bit of stuff today. Air ratchet, tap and die, and then my compressor and everything. So still using all these tools, all these Harbor Freight tools, paying off for themselves. So I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see what happens. Hopefully the car will start. Don't forget your magnetic holder, especially when they're free. They're awesome. Oh yeah. Let's go put that back over here. So all right, I'm gonna cut out and start the car and see if it works. All right, pretty much it started. It's working. I'm not noticing anything. I guess I won't know until I actually drive it around for a while, but judging by those spark plugs and the rest of these, looks like they really needed replacing. Just to give you an idea of spark plug, you've probably seen them. You can see that, yeah, these are really worn out, and so I guess the spark plug might have been an issue as well. But anyways, these coils, after about 100 so thousand miles, my car has 200, so I got my money's worth off of this original part here. So anyways, that concludes this part of my maintenance here, replacing the spark plugs and coil. I guess now that I got this side of the maintenance done, this is done. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to do everything underneath the car now. And so the next thing would be to, let me see, I'm going to go ahead and change this transmission. Go into the transmission here and replace this solenoid here, but I guess I'll cut out and cut back for that. Alright, bye. Well, hello everyone, welcome back, and I had to do a lot of work to get this out, but it's out, and obviously this is not the part that that I need. I don't even know where it is. But anyways, I'm probably gonna have to order this thing here. Apparently this is the solenoid pack here, and I'm just gonna have to put it back on for now, and fortunately just drive around with it. It still works. It just sometimes it just goes into like third gear and stays in third gear. Have to turn off the car and start the car again and move it into different gears and then drive off, and it goes back into starts working again. I'm just making a long road trip, and I just don't want to be driving on the freeway at 80, 75 miles an hour and have it go into third gear. So I'm just gonna have to order this piece, and I think this is it right here. The problem was I was looking at well, hold on, I'll show you what I was looking at, and why I ordered why I ordered this particular part, and I may have to send this back, but let me cut out here. I'll show you. So here's the whole thing again, and let me get out here like that. And if you can see, this is from Matco Transmissions. Anyways, I'm looking at this thing, and there it is right there in particular. Let me see if I can get my mouse. Here it is, and then here's the part for it. And again, I've never done this. I saw some other videos and I thought it was like my transmission, but apparently it's not. So I worked on the Quest, and I figured, well, you know, I did that, how hard can this be? Well, it's a little bit different. And here it is. I think I need this particular thing right here, the solenoid assembly. That's what it looks like anyway, and that's the part right here I think I need. At first I thought it was something like this, but no, it doesn't seem like it. I think it has to do with these. I'm not sure which one of these to get up. I'm gonna have to decide on that. Let me see here. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna have to take a look at it, see if it's this or this, and I'm gonna have to just basically order it again. Hopefully I can return this other one, but right now I'm just gonna have to just put it back together. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just for the most part make my drain plug for the pan. At least I can do that. What I want to do is just go ahead and just change out the oil, since I was going to do it anyway. Put a new filter. Maybe that would help. Maybe it's a little dirty. And after that, I'll see how it goes when it drives. And then if it's still a problem, I mean, obviously I'm going to drive around until the part comes in. But if it's still a problem, you know, I'm going to drain it again. It'll be easier. But this time I'm going to reuse the transmission oil, since it's brand new anyway. So that's kind of what I got to do. Let me cut out here and finish up. Alright, I'm back here, and I guess this is what I need. I need the one with the white stuff on it. Anyways, I took a picture of it, so I'm good with that. I'll just clean it up and put it right back on, however it goes. Anyways, let me deal with that later. There's a pan there. I didn't drill it to drain it. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to drill into anything like filter or nothing, and I want to know where's the best place to have it. And it really looks like this, maybe somewhere in the corner where it doesn't, where it may not. Here it is. So this is what it looks like. There's the filter right there. There's also the other filter right here. There's two filters, and you can actually see the dipstick right next to that filter. So this is kind of what it looks like without the valve body. Gonna have to put it in. There's a plug right there that you have to detach to pull out the valve body, but we're just gonna have to put it back in. Oh well. Anyways, at least I could do the oil, the transmission fluid. Put a drain pan in the pan, and So I guess I got to put all this back. So cutting out and cutting back in.